So what you see here is a very small biogas plant, and we call it smart biogas plant. And maybe you think that biogas plants only work with cattle manure, and because many of these plants actually work with cattle manure, but this plant can take any organic waste that we can think of. And many tests have shown that you can go from indeed cow manure, but also to tea bags and coffee and vegetables and many other things. And we can produce biogas with this plant, and you see that it is very small, and you can also move it around if you want, and you can use it in many different applications, especially for instance in cities, not only in the countryside. And if you operate this plant in a good manner, and training for that can be given, except that one time you know it will work for itself. And when you operate it in a good way, you will see that you can get quite a large amount of biogas out of this very small plant, much more than any other conventional biogas plant that we know. So it is a very good technology for producing energy, for instance for cooking, eventually also for cooling if you have gas-fired cooling equipment, and it can also be used for drying fruits by way of example. So it has many different uses. Out of this plant we do not only get biogas, we also get a treated digested sludge, as we may call this. And this digested sludge is an excellent fertilizer. So you can say that whatever goes into the plant will come out again as useful. There is no waste attached to this kind of technology. We can even say that it works with waste, it produces products out of waste. So this is really a good technology for closing organic material cycles. Now, the question would be now, how much does such a plant cost? Is it very expensive? All that depends, of course, on the way how you can manufacture it. And we should say that the company who invented this, or the man who invented this and his company, of course, need to survive on that. So some of the very special components need to be made in Deutschland, in Germany, and Germany is not a cheap country. But a lot of the rest of the equipment can be manufactured in various places in the world, so the local conditions and the local costs that you have can also be taken into account. So when you ask me how much does this plant cost, I have to say it depends on the place where you make it. So we think that for many places, especially in the developing countries, this plant is pretty much affordable. In other words, if you have a good microfinance system,